Itong next tablet na re-review natin is nothing really new. This is released last April ng 2023 and this is the Oneplus Pad. One thing na gusto ko dito sa kanya is medyo kakaiba siya, which I'll show you in a bit. This one is being powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 9000. Meron siyang 144Hz na screen refresh rate, 9,510 mAh ang kanyang battery, and it supports up to 67 watts of wired charging. And gustong-gusto ko ang presentation ng kanyang box. Looks really nice. More info after this quick intro. Now guys, itong first tablet ni OnePlus, which is the OnePlus Pad, na may 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. Nabili ko to ng halos good as new na second hand kay UKDB Gadgets for 17,500 pesos. More details on the description box below. Now honestly, gusto ko naman mga nilalabas si OnePlus, like mga OnePlus Pad, OnePlus Open, yung mga flagship phone ni OnePlus, which is definitely good. But one thing na hindi ko masyado nagugustuhan dito sa Pilipinas is sobrang mahal ng OnePlus dito sa atin, which is parang ginagawa nila sobrang premium flagship level lang kanang pricing, which in reality, ang OnePlus is supposed to be a flagship killer. But right now, it's nowhere near a flagship killer, but a flagship level na price. I hope i-bring down ni OnePlus Philippines ang kanilang presyo pretty soon, or we'll see less and less people using OnePlus in the future because of its pricing. Now guys, alam naman natin kakalabas lang ng OnePlus Pad 2. And gusto lang natin i-review yung kanyang predecessor, which is the Pad 1. Para makita lang natin yung ganda nito before we even jump to the version 2. So one of the things na napansin ko dito sa kanya is magandang kanya pagka-round dito. And probably it's one of the first time na nakahawak ako ng tablet na round ang kanyang edges. Which reminds me mga medyo iPhone 8, iPhone X na feel, which yung round na round yung kanyang edges dito. Medyo kakaiba lang siya for a tablet kasi normally mga tablet na hawakan ko is flat na flat ang kanyang mga edges, giving you a better grip. But this time, medyo kakaiba lang ang feel niya, no? Giving me more of a throwback na grip dito sa tablet na ito, which I definitely like. Medyo unorthodox lang ang paglagay niya ng camera dito sa likod, which normally makita natin nandito or nandito sa mga typical tablet, pero nilagay ng OnePlus dito. So medyo iba lang orientation pag shoot mo ng pictures dito. Masasanay ka rin naman once nagamit mo na siya. One thing na gusto ko sa kanya is apat na speaker niya, dalawa dito sa ilalim, and dalawa din dito sa ibabaw. And it's being tuned by Dolby Atmos. Katamtaman na naman kanyang bigat dito, which rounds out around mga 550 grams. For me, design factor niya, goods na goods. And gustong-gusto ko yung kanyang pagka-green dito. Now, itong tablet na ito is being powered by MediaTek Dimensity 9000. I know this is a flagship chip na meron ni MediaTek and nakakuha ko ng 903,000 points ito sa Antutu benchmark. Ito ang breakdown score niya. 2,360 ang kanyang loop score and 54% ang kanyang stability dito sa OneDev Extreme. Looking good naman sa thermals and it throttled to 86% ang kanyang best performance. And ito ang score naman niya dito sa Geekbench sa kanyang CPU benchmarking and sa kanyang GPU benchmark. Na nung unang lumabas itong tablet na ito is running Android 13 and Oxygen OS 13. Right now, it's already running Android version 14 and Oxygen OS version 14. So good sa kanyang software update. Now honestly, makunat ang battery nito. 9,510 mAh, which is quite big for me. And it has a 67 watts of fast charging support. And charging from 0 to 100 takes you around siguro mga 2 hours kasi malaki nga ng battery. And kaya naman niya magtagal ng one whole day without even charging. Provided na you're using it normally, walang heavy gamings. Now, nung manual rating ko tong phone na ito for its screen on time, it was able to yield me a 12 hours na screen on time based sa akin testing under 50% brightness and 60Hz screen refresh rate. Which is for me, not bad, di ba? For a tablet. Napag-usapan na natin kanyang display. This one has a 11.61-inch na IPS LCD. Meron siyang 500 nits sa maximum brightness and 144Hz sa screen refresh rate. Ang harap niya is a Corning Gorilla Glass front, which I don't know what grade. Meron din siya aluminum frames and aluminum back case. So if you're browsing naman sa socials dito, expect a really good experience dito dahil sa kanyang ganda ng kanyang refresh rate. And definitely, you get a good viewing experience dito sa kanya dahil sa kanyang symmetrical na bezels. And if you're watching naman videos on this tablet, expect a good experience din as well dahil maganda maganda ang kanyang view experience dito, malaki ang kanyang screen, and the colors are bright and punchy. So kahit manood ka ng mga basketball game dito, I'm pretty sure mag-e-enjoy ka. Since itong tablet nito has quad speakers, test natin kung gaano kalakas ang habang sound sa kaya ibigay sa atin. Guys, ang lakas na kanyang sound. So, mafe-feel mo yung bass niya, talagang yumuyugyug dito. Parang pag hawak ko tong tablet nito while I'm playing that song, nanginginig yung bass niya. So, definitely you enjoy dito, be it listening to Spotify, watching your favorite movies, or just simply playing games. Now, talking about playing games, nilaro ko 3 games dito. Call of Duty Mobile, Farlight 84, and Genshin Impact. Call of Duty Mobile, I would say na maganda experience ko dito. Medyo kakaiba lang grip ko dito kasi hindi siya flat edge sa gilid. But nevertheless, I was able to get a good gaming experience kasi meron naman akong kinabit na tablet stand dito. So, holding this tablet ain't a problem. And one thing na napansin ko dito sa kanya is ang ganda ng kanyang view, no? And the touch response is definitely good. What I like dito sa kanya is ang ganda ng kanyang sounds dito. Marinig mo talaga yung mga gunshots na malutong, and you will be able to determine kung nasa kaliwa o nasa kanan yung kalaban. And honestly, I was able to enjoy this for an hour, itong game na ito, and I have no problem with it. Pagdating sa Farlight 84, you'll be able to get a good experience dito sa kanya setting to ultra. Honestly, wala akong naging problema din sa kanya. Halos wala akong masyadong napansin ng frame rate dito sa kanya, especially when you're using the sniper scope. Ang ganda ng kanyang view, no? Giving you a more accurate shot if you're using sniper dito sa game na ito. And kahit mag-dash ka, maglaban kayo na heavy battles, kaya magkumpulan kayo on a certain point, wala naman ako na-feel na frame drops dito sa kanya. After playing for 30 minutes, I did enjoy itong game na ito. Now, pagdating sa Genshin Impact, sinito naman siya sa medium graphical settings, and to be honest with you, sobra ako na-enjoy dito sa kanya. Halos wala naman ako na-feel na frame drops dito sa kanya, and the game was really good. Smooth naman siya along the way. And habang nilalaban ko mga boss dito, normally mga chip of the older generation might tend to struggle sa Genshin Impact, but to my surprise, si Dimensity 9000 was able to survive itong game nito at medium graphical settings. And I would say that it's definitely good playing Genshin Impact on this tablet. Now, let's quickly talk about yung kanyang camera. This one has a 13MP na main camera sensor which can let you shoot up to 4K and 30. And the selfie camera is a 8MP which can shoot you up to 1080 and 30. So, trying tong camera ni Oneplus Pad on indoors, and I would say na kayang-kaya na makakuha ng some really nice shots. Makita natin mga promotional poster na ito, looks really nice and sharp naman ang photos na nakuha natin. And taking a look naman sa some shots na nakuha ko, focusing on this subject and blurring all the way to the background, looks good. And taking some sample shot dito sa loob ng coffee shop, ang ganda ng kanang kuha at surprisingly, really a good one from this camera ng Oneplus Pad. And yeah, makita mo mga colors are really punchy and really looking good, no? And I would say na it was able to capture some really nice shot on indoor. So I'm not really the typical guy na would bring along a big tablet just to take a good photo, but I would say na this is definitely a good one. Maganda mga snaps na nakuha ko dito sa kanya, and I'm quite impressed with yung kanyang resolution, no? And using yung kanyang preset, this is a normal shot and this is a 2x zoom shot. So pag zoom in mo, quite sharp pa rin mga words na nakita ko dito sa kanya. If you're using naman kind of front-facing camera, I would say ito medyo soft, no? There are times na it will be getting some better shot, but depende sa lightings, and probably yun na magdidictate kung gaano kaganda mga shots na makukuha mo dito. And using the front-facing camera to walking, which I normally won't do with the tablet, not so bad, no? Hindi ganun ka-shaky, ah. And using the rear camera, medyo mas matagtag pa nga kanyang rear camera compared to the front one, but the resolution is pretty nice and decent naman. Now, quickly, pakita ko lang sa inyo video quality dito sa tablet na ito if you're using it for conferencing or just simply video chatting. Here goes. So guys, right now we're using the Oneplus Pad, taking this video and recording at 1080 and 30 using the front-facing camera. Right now, I'm using yung kanyang default microphone to take this the sound, and the video is okay. And right now, I'm using the ultra-wide lens, and you can zoom it into normal lens, which I think I would prefer yung kanyang normal, no? But if you have a 2 to 3 person together with you, you can always use yung ultra-wide lens. But this is definitely good. Let me know your comments. So guys, for 17,500 pesos, almost good as new itong Oneplus Pad. Nabili ko kay UKDB Gadgets. Sulit nga ba siya? I would say definitely yes, kasi ang ganda na ng performance with sa camera, sa gaming, and overall performance, and lalo ka ng form factor. I really love it. So definitely I'll be looking forward sa Oneplus Pad 2. Hopefully to get one soon for review. And if you want to know kung saan ko nabili to, I'll be linking everything on the description box below. And if you like this video, don't forget to share it to your friends. And a sub to this channel is definitely awesome. I'll see you in the next one. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up? Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.